he has to stop and he has to give back the place that he just took.
Yeah, I think he will. Porto coming into the pits meanwhile, due to that incident with Alain. You can see debris at the bottom of Crane Curves. There is the stranded Alain car, which will be put out of the way. That's why the safety car is out. The race continues, 36 minutes. We have a clock. If you're wondering what that clock tells you, the race itself will clock down to 0, and then we'll have one more lap. That's how long the race is. So as you see, as you quite rightly pointed out, Bruce, Galatasaray have filed gone behind Flamenco.
Flamenco and actually Borussia Dortmund as well, because he did the maneuver as the safety car was already there. It's very understandable. Conditions are very hard. You can't see anything. If the team didn't come to him on the radio to tell him that there was a safety car, he couldn't see the safety car ball.
So we're under safety. Let's have a look at what happened again. It was a coming together between Porto. There's Porto in front and Alain taking out the Michelin boards at the bottom of the Crane Curves and throwing debris everywhere. Luckily, amazingly, everybody avoided him. Liverpool obviously having to take an extra braking moment there just to avoid Andy Zuber.
And there is a signal that has a little bit of damage, and as we see from the extra car here,
Liverpool through. Let's give you a check on the order. Flamenco, ooh, what is...
Gomendi again pushing AS Roma off. They both went off, they both braked too late. Who's gonna stay in front?
So that's actually the real damage that was caused to Porto. It was in that clash. And what's back with Alain and Zuber. He's out of the car and out of the race. I was going to give you a check on the leaderboard. It's Flamenco, Galatasaray, Borussia Dortmund in 3rd place, Basel in 4th, Sevilla in 5th place, Corinthians, the South Americans, are in 6th, Glasgow Rangers are in 7th place, Liverpool are in 8th, PSV Eindhoven in 10th position, Tottenham up into the top 10, they're in 9th, Beijing, Guan are in 11th position, AS Roma, who you saw in that fisticuffs there with Porto, they are still running, they are in 12th, Olympiacos, who started from the pit lane, are in 13th position. Well, treacherous conditions, tough conditions, and in fact they've worsened, Bruce. This is really a downpour, a midsummer downpour here at Donington Park, and the conditions as Eindhoven come in and go out again, and they will rejoin in last place. And Jelmer Berman, the Dutchman.
Yeah, interesting. FC Basel was the quickest on that first lap, 1:47.2 times of 27 seconds. 27 seconds off.
Well, you've got to think that that's when they took the lead. That's why, you know, unfortunately the safety car had already been called out.
Yes. Right. And oh yeah, you can see.
Oh yeah, and that's the Michelin hoarding.
Yes.
And he's trying to shake it. Well, smart move by Jelmer Berman, but he's unfortunately got that. He might want to brake. That's why he came in. Okay, and by the time he stopped, they pull it out of the way, and that's exactly what happened. Great coverage, so we know exactly what happened there. Poor old Jelmer. Well,
just for information, the car would have been completely undrivable with that thing on top of the front wing, because it takes away all of the front wing effect, and you can't drive at top speed. It's a disaster, so you have to stop.
There's Andy Zuber out of the car at the bottom of the hill.
Indeed, we had quite a good result in the first run, finishing 6th.
Give you a reminder of what's happened at the start of the race. Anderlecht already out. Craig Dolby disconsolately walking back to the pits. We got off to a good clean start. Galatasaray got the best lap, but then a few comings together, including Porto coming together with Alain. Alain coming off worse. Then Porto coming together with AS Roma, and Porto having to pit Tottenham Hotspur, getting a decent start from the back. They're up into the top 10, so no question about it. Duncan Tappy is having an awesome weekend.
Here we've got...
There's Rangers.
Rangers, yes.
Another Scotsman, Ryan Diel, who of course has been racing in the USA. Very used to safety cars and rolling starts. And we have another lap under safety. And Basel still holding on to a very good start in 4th place. Sevilla looking for points, remember.
Basel's looking strong, Galatasaray is looking strong as well. Sevilla seemed struggling a little bit because he's really very much into the fog as the cars in front of him are fighting. They take all the room available on the track and he can't see anything.
So actually Tottenham and Beijing are going to be fighting it out for the top of the league really at the end of the day, because Beijing and Tottenham in that top 10, and of course as other cars fall out there's more chances for more prizes, if you like, more points. Still debris on the track, and that's on the racing line, isn't it? God, look at these conditions.
It is completely on the racing line, plus you can't see the debris. As you can see from an onboard camera, you can't see anything. So it's going to be hard to avoid it, and let's hope it doesn't cause any puncture or anything.
It must be frightening.
Especially when you have that much
power behind you.
Yes, it is.
V12, 4.2. Corinthians unveil their flag. Euro International, their team, of course, and maybe they'll have something to wave that flag for this race, because they didn't last time. There is the Corinthians car, currently running in 6th place. I had a quick chat with their team manager in the interim between the races, and he said it was no problem. They were touched on the line. They touched Alain in front, and then Dortmund took them out effectively, spun them both round, and not too much damage, and so wasn't a rebuild or anything. Everything fine.
Yeah, just a racing, really, just the wheels, and they couldn't avoid each other, so that was really fine and no big damage.
And there you see Andreas Zuber joining the marshals for the afternoon and keeping in the dry. He's trying to stay out of the wet, and the Austrian probably used to some rainy conditions. Now, another question for you. How warm will the tyres be at the restart? Because they're not going very fast.
They will not be warm at all. They will be completely cold. It's going to be very, very slippery, and it's going to be hard to keep the car on the tarmac.
Well, there you go. Galatasaray made a move on the lead Flamenco, but of course that was when the safety car came out. That's why, just to explain, here's what happened. Galatasaray going up the inside here at Flamenco, but by then the safety car was already pulled out on track. You can see there, the top right of your shot there, the safety car was already on track, so that was a situation deemed that he shouldn't have overtaken.
Yeah, when you could see, actually, Tuca Rocha from Flamengo was surprised, and even now he overtook Dortmund. Dortmund letting him pass because he knew he was doing a mistake.
Yeah, so that's Alessandro Perguidi, a little bit overexcited for Galatasaray, but still running. Let's hope they don't penalise him further.
He gave back the position,
so he should be fine.
He should be fine, yes, he should be fine.
29 minutes to go.
Still the lights on the safety car, Jonathan.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I think we're not far away from getting under racing conditions, but I think this is going to be the tail of the race 2. There's Guan FC, the winners of the first race, currently in 10th position, and in front of them are Tottenham Hotspur. AS Roma just behind Beijing, so you can basically say that the afternoon will be about those three. We're keeping a watchful eye on 9th, 10th and 11th because they were the top three in the first race. Eindhoven also in 13th position are circulating as well. We'll keep an eye on them.
They charge together. If they do a clever race, they will follow each other, help each other to go back up to the lead or as far up as they can, and then fight against each other. So they first have to go through the field together.
The lights coming off on the safety car, which means it will come off this lap, and we will be racing here in race 2 of Super League Formula. What can Rangers do at the restart?